felt His arms around me as I faced my darkest years. I've had more gains than losses. Can I get a witness? I've known more joy than hurt as His grace fell around me. A desert, oh, God's been good. In my life, I've been blessed beyond my wildest dream as I go to sleep each night. Sure, I've had my share of hard times. By my side, He's always stood through it all. God's been good. Oh, now God has been my Father, my Savior, and my friend. His love was my beginning, and His love will be my end. I could spend forever trying to tell you everything He is, but the best way I can say it is this: God's been good in my life. I've been blessed beyond my wildest dreams as I go to sleep each night. Sure, I've had my share of hard times. By my side, He's always stood through it all. God's been good. Brother Gravely, would you come here for a second? Brother Gravely, come here. Y'all stay on these altars as long as you need to. We're going to keep singing. I walked in tonight. I seen my friend, Brother Gravely. He'd been preaching in this area for how long? 40 years. Listen to me, young people. We would not be doing what we're doing right now if it wasn't for this generation. Before we was born, there was men of God like him and like Brother Seitler, and like his men of God, Brother Ray, and all the men of God in this area was over in the shavings and off in the woods somewhere, fasting and praying, begging God that He would send a revival and send the power of God in this area. You hear me well? I'll die before I forget the men that have brought us this far. I'll die. I'll turn in my papers before I forget the men of God that have labored and paid and struggled to make sure we have what we have. God's been good to give us men like this. Brother Gravely, I want you to know these kids here are thankful for men like you. Thank you that when you wanted to quit, you didn't quit. Can I get a witness, church? Thank you, Brother Gravely. I don't know why I did that. I just felt it. We might as well be real. I ain't got a fake bone in me. I grew up here and God came. We wouldn't be here. During that Golden Creek revival, I'd never been here. My daddy had been here before back in the days. But I just walked in here, Brother Sammy. I ain't trying to get spooky on you, but it was just me. And I felt God in this room. Listen to me, young people. We can't ever get over the heritage that God has passed down. Dr. Aiken's a man of God, labored in this field, kept the glory and kept the power of God, kept it clean and kept it pure. God's been good. Sam McKay Sr. labored over in that field, and the power of God rested. We're sitting in pews that we didn't have to pay for. We're We're looking at lights and sound system that we didn't have to pay for. It's because another generation did all that for us. Godly grandmas taught us. Godly grandpas that used to take us to them camp meetings and say, come on, son, I want you to hear what real preaching is. I'm just trying to tell you, mamas and daddies that didn't let you act a fool, but brought you in this thing and kept you in this thing. It wasn't a choice to go to church at my house. You either went to church or you got beat. Somebody say amen. I twitch when I think about it. I was preaching up in North Carolina. A group from Burlington. Y'all get out there, Jared, get them some microphones. They singing this song. God got all over me. It's called Sheltered. I don't know nothing about liquor. I don't know nothing about drugs. I get in Bible college and these preachers get up and wail and cry and talk about God dragging them from beer and God dragging them from drugs. And I would sit there, Dr. Aiken, and I'd think, man, I ain't got nothing. God, you didn't get me nothing to shout about. I ain't got nothing to talk about everything God delivered me from. And then one day God showed me I got a whole lot more to shout about. I ain't bragging, I'm talking about the Lord right now. I'm glad I had a daddy, Brother Rochester, that got in that prayer closet and backed hell off of my life. I'm glad I had a mama that knew how to pray. You hear me? I'm glad I had a mama that she knew how to get off in that closet. She knew what it was like to get a hold of God and pray. Where would you be right now if it wasn't for the people in your life that God used to shelter you? Where would you be without a mama that prayed you out of hell? Where would you be without a grandma or grandpa or a daddy that prayed the hell off of you and God saved you one day? I missed out on some things. That's what the world will tell you. I grew up in Christian school and they said, yeah, well, but you don't get to participate in all the stuff them other kids do, and you're going to miss out on some things. And I did miss out on some